So, if you guys remember a few months back, I made a video about Transformers with the whole they them Earth Spark, I believe his name is, the whole they them non binary robot that was in the latest Transformers cartoon, as well as the human character that was non binary as well. Now, it seems like this whole thing has kicked off again because this is not necessarily new news. This is pretty much old news, but the talk about it has now become such a sandstorm. It's pretty insane. So I have an article from the New York Post that says Megan Kelly slams non-binary Transformers character who goes by they them and says this is disgusting. And I have a lot to say about this absolutely stupid cartoon. So we're going to get into it, guys. But of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like. That way you push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing because I'm trying to hit 18,000 subscribers. We're on the road, guys. So it says Megan Kelly bashed the popular Transformers animated series for airing an episode in which non-binary characters go by they them. I can't even say, and she they pronouns. So yeah, so you have a binary system based non-binary robot essentially is what we're talking about here, because clearly shit just doesn't have to make sense anymore, even in a kids TV show. It says Kelly on Friday responded to a clip of Transformer Earthspark. All right, I was right. That was posted to Twitter saying this is disgusting. The podcaster, who has 3 kids between the ages of 19 and 13, took issue with the cartoon after Twitter account Libs of TikTok posted the clip Thursday. They're after your kids, the anti-woke user tweeted. Transformer Earthspark, based on the robot toys created by Hasbro, has a core target audience of children ages of 2 to 11 and airs on the streaming channel Paramount Plus. Of course, it's Paramount Plus. Of course, it's Paramount Plus. Why would it not be good old woke Paramount Plus? Now, a couple of issues I have with this is number one, just the sense of it all, right? You're gonna have robots using Earth language pronouns like they, them, and all that stuff. Like, you cannot claim pronouns, all right? Pronouns are words that are used to describe someone else other than yourself, right? So you have certain pronouns like she, they, them, whatever, he, she. It's those are words that are used in certain contexts within the English language. You cannot go to someone and be like, "Yeah, I'm she, they." Like, what? You're supposed to say that person is a she, that person they are. If you don't know who they are, you're gonna use it as an open context. That's what the word is there for. They are XYZ, whatever. They are somewhere, they are here, they are whatever. That's what they them is supposed to be used for. But he, she, her, that stuff is supposed to be used in context with the person who you are speaking of, not yourself. That's why you look so fucking stupid. It's like you're going around speaking in the first person. It's just kind of weird. And that's number one. Number two is the whole moral aspect of it, right? So you have obviously this stuff being pushed to kids. We know that they desperately want these kids, man. I haven't seen them be so desperate to get kids in such a long time. They want kids really bad. I don't know why they want kids really bad, but they just do. You can make up whatever conspiracy theory you want about why they want kids so bad, but Hollywood desperately wants children. Desperately. Because they know, I guess, that they're running out of people who believe like them, and they're trying to create certain amount of people that think the way that they want them to think, that way they always have a customer for life kind of a thing. Who really knows? And there could be something more insidious to it. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of things that you could think of. But here's my biggest problem with this. So this is the next sentence here that I have the biggest problem with. So it says, in the clip, Nightshade makes an introduction with they them pronouns to a character named Sam, whose pronouns were she they. Sam then shared her fears that sometimes, here's the best part, sometimes the world can be a scary place. It's hard to know who's dangerous or not. She continued, I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non binary people. Now, I want you guys to read that again and figure out why I would have a problem with this. It says, I know I'm safe. I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non binary people. In my opinion, okay, this is in my opinion. You could take it with a grain of salt, whether you agree or not. That's neither here nor there. In my opinion, they're doing this stuff because they are trying to indoctrinate kids into being very, very susceptible and trusting of the LGBTQ community. Why that is, I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, I can come up with some theories, but it seems to me that they want them to be overly accepting to the point where this girl says, I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non binary people. So that's going to teach these children that the moment they are introduced to someone who is non-binary, that that person is absolutely 100% a safe person to be around. They will never take advantage of you. They will never do things that they tell you not to tell your parents. Absolutely not. That will never happen. You're trying to make a class of people seem like they are ultimately safe. And that is impossible. That can never happen. You want to mention churches every time this is brought up about molestation in the LGBTQ community? Obviously, it happens in churches as well. This is a well documented thing. But you don't go around saying that, oh, I feel safe when I'm with my pastor, my this, my that. No, you are supposed to question everybody. You are supposed to make sure your child is safe regardless of who they're with. And TV shows like this are trying to train children to feel like or think that they should be safe around a certain group of people no matter what. So no matter what those group of people do to that child's going to think it's normal because they were told that that group of people is safe no matter what. That's a big problem for me. I do not like this notion that just because you are non-binary, that automatically means you are not a bad person. Fuck that shit. That's been proven to be factually incorrect. It says, when Nightshade then questions what it means to be non-binary, Sam responds, "People who aren't male or female. What a wonderful world for what a wonderful word for a wonderful experience." Nightshade replies. However, only now is the show spurring backlash from right-wing pundits, including Kelly, who called it disgusting. It says, in less than 24 hours since the 71-second clip was posted on Twitter, it has garnered more than 5.5 million views and backlash from users arguing that young children need to be protected from conversations surrounding gender and pronouns. I agree. I agree. This shit should not be discussed at all. It shouldn't be. And it should be discussed when they are mentally able to understand and handle what they are being told. But here's the problem: they don't want to discuss this with older kids, they don't want to discuss this with young adults. They want to discuss this with children. Why do they want to discuss this with children? Because they know 9 times out of 10, if the child was not exposed to it when they were very young, they're going to go tell you to fuck yourself when you try to bring it up to them when they're 18 plus, most likely. So that's why they focus on indoctrination so much when the kids are extremely young, because if you could get them young, obviously they're more inclined to believe anything that you're telling them. It's just a known fact. So that's what they're basically trying to do, and that's why they're so desperate to go after the kids. It says one Twitter user argued the show propagandizes them children to be afraid of everything, while another side of the show as an example that parents have to pre-watch anything their kids see these days. Another argued the woke culture ruins everything, noting that the shift between Transformers Earthspark and Transformers the movie, where Megatron murdered Ironhide by shooting him in the face with his arm cannon. Nickelodeon and Paramount didn't immediately respond to the post request for comment. The show is a reboot of the famed 1980s cartoon about Autobots and Decepticons. The first 18-episode season debuted on Paramount Plus in November 2022. Like I said, this whole thing is old news. It absolutely is old news. But I'm glad it's getting the attention that it should be getting now. Because again, this is some creepy shit. This is absolutely creepy stuff. This should not be allowed whatsoever. And it's happening in kids' TV shows primarily. It's not happening in young adults' TV shows. It's not happening in adult TV shows for the most part. I mean, yeah, it's there here and there. But they're really focusing on the kids. And it makes you wonder why. And like I said, there's many reasons, in my opinion, as to why this is. So these people are creepy. These people are weird. And it's only going to get worse, I guarantee you. If you think this is the pinnacle of how bad it's going to get, you haven't seen nothing yet. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.